Okay, now I'm going to practice English with another video of this answer. Basically, I am using this Tusly. I don't know how to pronounce that, but Tusly.
Tulsi.
Tulsi, Tulsi ball, Tulsi ball. I refer to this one name, Tulsi ball. A strange name, Tusly ball. Edit interview transcript and edit interview transcript. Okay. Show notes. Here is the complete interview with this man that is creating one uh, nutritional supplement done with mushrooms. And I will try to read everything. I like to use chemic here because it gives the possibility to translate still even when you are working with a PDF. So I will start this work. So when we first wanted to get started on this, he's like, well, what papers have been done on it? What studies have been done? And we are like, well, there's been about 3050. Most of them are in Russian. He's like, okay, translate all the studies and send them to me. He called us about 2 weeks later and said, okay, go to Alaska, get me 50 pounds. I don't remember pounds, dollars. Yeah, get Alaska, give me 50 pounds, come to Hawaii, and we'll figure, we'll figure it out. And so that's what we did. And we went to down to Hawaii. We worked at his lab. The thing I was the Guinea. What is Guinea?
Guinea.
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 I was the guinea pig who tasted it for the first time. When we were done, I drank it and I drank it and I was like, my God, it's sweet. It tastes like sample shrimp. Maple, apple,
Maple.
maple syrup, maple syrup. I was ready for it to taste. I was ready to taste armful, armful,
Awful.
awful,
Awful.
awful, awful. I was ready. I was ready. Okay, I need to either we check that. I was ready for it taste awful. This work. Hey, gang. Gang is the name? No. Hey, what means gang? Hey, gang. So today my guess is Tusly Ball. Tusly Ball. Ball.
Ball.
Ball. Ball is different. A storyteller. He's a storyteller, a chemist, and a botanist. And a botanist. Botanist.
Botanist.
Botanist. And a botanist is different. He's focused on storytelling. Storytelling.
Storytelling.
Storytelling led him to produce over 4,000 hours of the network television, including hearing. Okay, I needed to drink a little bit. I return during 1 minute. storyteller. Okay, I didn't know what storyteller means. That chemist, a botanist, he focused on storytelling, led him to produce. His focus on storytelling led him to produce over 400 hours of network television, including Bearing, Bearing,
bearing,
Bearing, Bearing, Bearing, Bearing, the Gold show you might remember for the Discovery Channel. And in 2014, while working on a documentary project in Alaska, he and his brother learned about the incredible benefits of chaga mushroom. Chaga mushroom. Chaga.
chaga,
Chaga. Different. Chaga mushrooms. Chaga mushroom. Which were helpful to their sister who was battling breast cancer at the time. So was very serendipitous things that was very serendipitous.
serendipitous,
Serendipitous. They discovered this while his sister was right around the time when sister was diagnosed and going through treatment. That that experience and that research led him to found a company called Chagat, which 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 is a chaga and medicinal mushroom supplement company. Um, I consume these products. They think they're basic, and I wanted to have calcium, calcium, calcium,
telsion,
calcium. What is calcium? Calcium. I believe that I wrong, but cal, okay, with only one key. Don't know what is calciums, posted, pulse, reflectometry inspections. I don't know really what is calcium. To tell his story and talk about this, about medicinal mushrooms and house, house. There's a lot to learn, and I think you'll be fascinated not only by his history but be fascinated, fascinated,
fascinated,
fascinated, is different. Fascinated, nice, fascinated, fascinated, fascinated. Okay, I can't understand how to mix these words. Not only by his history, but I but by what he was learned. And so, Tati, thanks for taking the time to do this. Uh, got to you, got to you, got good,
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 good. Different to got good. Got to see you, got to see you. It's it's a pleasure to see you too, Chris. Thanks very much for having me on a 10 for talking the time yourself and for talking the time yourself, giving us the opportunity to share a little bit of what I have learned about mushrooms over the course of the last, the last, the last,
last,
the last is friend was using last as the of the last everybody, yeah, I am excited. I've been fascinated, fascinated, fascinated by mushrooms for a long time, and obviously they were a part of cancer, the cancer diet. I still consume a lot of mushrooms today. They're an important part. They're an important part of my life. And so yeah, I appreciate the work you are doing, and obviously you and I have talked before. I'm s- and and so I'm excited to dig in to some of the things that you and I talk about offline of camera. But before we do, I love for you tell your history because personally, personally,
Personally.
personally, it's fascinating to me how you got into filmmaking and some of the things you work on with Discovery. How did all that happen? So it actually can't. So it actually can't came to me college. Was studying. Was in second year of college, and I actually got asked a TV show at random. I ended I ended up I always wanted to know what I ended up knowing Spanish, but no in also only use word. I ended up doing one episode of a show called My So-Called Life Back in 2592 days. And of course, I remember what show that was like my era, and my wife was a big fan of that shows. Was Claire Danes right? That was her big break. It was Claire Danes, Claire 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 Danes,
Danes.
Danes. Yeah, I was thinking that it were pronounced E or A, not E, A. It was Claire Danes. I was Claire Danes' first kiss. I was Claire's first kiss. The show and the real life. So that was but you know, it on the of those words like my God, I got cast, I got cast in the show now. I don't need to go to college. I can just, go off and no, the TV movie start, and of course, I was readily, what is readily,
Rudely.
rudely. I was rudely. I never saw this word. I was rudely disabused, abused,
Disabused.
disabused. I was rudely disabused. The notion in terms of the difficulty of being an actor in Hollywood, not Hollywood, Hollywood,
Hollywood.
Hollywood, Hollywood,
Holly. Hollywood.
Hollywood. I don't believe that it's pronounced Hollywood,
Hollywood.
Hollywood with O. But also, I discovered what was really, became my love, which was telling histories. Okay, I discovered what was really, became my love, which was telling, stories, and so I moved behind the camera after few years and started writing. and then producing shows. Okay, spectaculos in Spanish, shows. Okay, producing shows. There's a few things in the scripted, scripted, scripted,
Scripted.
scripted word, but really found my way when my brother and I started working together doing shows in unscripted television. Unscripted, okay? I need to check what means scripted. Okay, I understand doing shows with scripted television. So we did documentary shows for Discovery Channel, History Channel, many other different networks, and being hard to fortunate, fortunate,
Fortunate.
fortunate, fortunate,
Fortunate.
fortunate. In this case, we are not pronouncing a
Fortunate.
fortunate. Okay, really strange. Fortunate enough to start our own company, there, our own company, sell several shows. It's one of the biggest shows we did. Probably our greatest success in that career where was we were involved in the creation of a show called Bearing Sea Gold. Bearing Sea Gold. Bearing Bearing Sea Gold.
Bearing Sea Gold.
Bearing Sea Gold. Yeah, not sea. Bearing Sea Gold. Okay, means Bearing Sea Gold. But what means bearing? Bearing. I was thinking to drink. Bear maybe because the word seems to bear. Bearing. Bearing Sea Gold. That on Discovery Channel has been for 13 years, and it is the anchor,
Anchor.
anchor, and it is the anchor on Friday night on that network, and it gave us the great presence in Alaska. It set in home Alaska. It set in home Alaska, and so the network was always looking new shows in Alaska. In Alaska, okay, uh, how to pronounce it.
Alaska.
Alaska is different. Alaska is different when I pronounce it in Spanish. Alaska is in Spanish and Alaska in English. And we'd heard about the natives that were hunting crazy mushrooms out in the woods during the winter, winter, winter. I believe that is winter,
Winter.
winter,
Winter.
winter. Okay, winter. Selling it for use in cosmetic products in Asia, Japan, and Korea. The mushroom is used for cosmetic products. Really interesting. Chris Walk. So we started devel- developing, developing,
Developing.
developing a show about them. Now, subsistence, subsistence, subs, subsistence, subsistence,
Subsistence.
subsistence is different. Subsistence lifestyle, foraging. What is foraging? Foraging. It had all the great elements, and in the process, we started learning about the mushrooms, and they harvested, harvested,
Harvested.
harvested, and they harvested.
Harvested.
They harvested which they believed was a gift from the Great Spirit. Okay, really interesting here. In the process, we started learning about the mushroom that they harvested, which they believe that was a gift from the great spirits. Really interesting this paragraph because I am becoming spiritual also. They have a 7,000 years history of using it as their root medicine. 70 years history, my God, of using it as their root medicine. They believe that the Great Spirit, okay, I want to check what means Great Spirit.
Great Spirit.
Great Spirit.
Great Spirit.
The Great Spirit, I need to pronounce it Spirit. Great Spirit. Believe that the Great Spirit was sitting in heaven and eating a piece of ma- mammoth. Of mammoth? What? Mammoth.
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 Mammoth. Piece of mammoth. They believe that the Great Spirit was sitting in the heaven and eating a piece of mammoth, mammoth, mammoth,
Mammoth.
mammoth, mammoth, mammoth,
Mammoth.
mammoth, French word. And instead of finishing it, he threw, threw,
Through.
threw,
Through.
threw, threw,
Through.
threw it down to earth, and it came down in a blaze, down in a blaze, and landed, and and landed, landed,
Landed.
landed on the
Birch.
birch trees, and was their root medicine. They gave from him, they gave from him so that they could survive in the winter. They give from him so that they could survive in the winter. Okay, interesting. Obviously, living in a very cold place where there are not that many botanical, botanical,
Botanical.
botanical, botanical herbs, and other natural healing substances that are growing. Basically, have in the far north of Alaska, of Alaska, Alaska, Alaska,
Alaska.
Alaska, Alaska, far north of Alaska, the Arctic Circle. There's boreal forest, and you get some berries and some other things during the summer. But the winter long, it's freezing, and there's nothing around in the Chege, Chege,
Chaga.
Chaga. The Chaga helped them survive. Really interesting. Surviving only with mushrooms. Really crazy. Chaga. Now we started developing, developing,
Developing.
developing, 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 developing a show about it. It was about the same time that our sister was diagnosed with double breast cancer, and on our research in the mushrooms for the show showed, showed us that it uh, was used and certain compounds of it were used to make pharmaceutical grade medicine, medicine, no, medicine,
Medicine.
medicine in other countries. that was used for breast cancer, specifically Russia. There's a drug that they call pedulilin. I don't know what is pedulilin in Spanish.
Betulinin.
Betulinen. Okay, I was thinking in that, but it's ta. Betulinen,
Betulinin.
betulinen, which is made from betulinic betulinic acid, the mushroom. That's used for treating, treating,
Treating.
treating. Okay, it's different here. Like in this case, those we are pronouncing the treating for that. For that, I was thinking in treating with T, not with D. Treating, treating breast cancer in Russia. So we thought, well, we've we've got a sort of mushroom with the natives that we are working with. We might as well, give that to her. She was getting ready to do a surgery for it, but we figure, you know, we got something that can help and be a palliative, and be a palliative, palliative,
Palliative.
palliative,
Palliative.
palliative, 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 and 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 help her with the process. And it did. It was very beneficial for her. It was also beneficial for me because I was dealing with some problems with my liver work, and it help me reduce liver pain and increase the functionality of my liver, or reduce the liver pain and increase the liver functionality of my liver. So what do you think cause liver issues or liver issues? To be perfectly honest, perfectly, perfectly,
Perfectly.
perfectly. I was thinking that perfectamente pronounced perfectly, perfectly. That is perfectly honest. I had a long-term drinking problems, and thanks to my Lord and Savior and Savior, thanks to my Lord and my Savior, no longer have the problem. I am sober. I am sober now, but I I
Dealt.
dealt, dealt. Was. I worked 80,000 hours. Also not 18 hours days making television. The only way that I knew to get sleep was to drink 2 or 3 balls called whis- whiskeys,
Whiskies.
tall whiskeys, and crash out a hotel bed. And that became a daily habit for me, and I almost destroyed my life. And I am incredible fortunate, fortunate,
Fortunate.
fortunate,
Fortunate.
very incredible fortunate that God helped me, that God had got,
God.
that God helped me remove that disease from me because addiction to alcohol is a disease as well. And I almost killed me at that point, the age of 43. My liver was at 40, 40%, 40% function, and my doctors told me I would live the I I wouldn't like to see 50. Whoa. And and I know with the help of the mushroom and no and a little bit of prayer and certainly dialing
dialing,
dialing dialing dial I okay dialing back on the alcohol. I I I don't I I now played big part of it. My levers back perfect my levers back to perfect function. It works perfectly today. So that's a big part of the reason why went all in. This company realized, okay, it is interesting. It worked perfectly today. So that is a big part, the reason why went all in. I went I all went all in went all in. This company realized that the mushroom that realized that mushroom was the start, and that we had success to it because knew all the harvest harvested harvest
harvest, harvesters,
harvester knew all the harvesters in Alaska 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 Alaska
Alaska,
Alaska different Alaska with a long Alaska Alaska, and here we have
harvesters,
harvesters harvesters harvesters
harvesters,
harvesters. It sounds the same way as it is written. To be able to build supply change that had highest potency, the highest potency,
potency,
the highest potency and purity available anywhere in the world. We've done tests to confirm that. The chaga, the chaga Alaska, from Alaska, the highest quality anywhere on the planet in terms of the compounds in it that are the most beneficial for healing and that have shown the most promise for developing future or possibly pharmaceutical drug. The mushroom from the mushroom mushroom
mushroom,
from the mushroom. So we started a company we to be able to deliver the highest quality extraction to people to do it for an affordable price, okay, affordable, and in a way that was really really easy for them to use. We came up with our main product, the chaga mushroom juice. Essentially, we are the only mushroom juice company in the world. Oh my god, it is really interesting. But it is the unique mushroom company in the world. Interesting. We use a proprietary 5 steps process to create this, and this it is the sweet. We use a proprietary 5 step process to create this this with liquid extract. It is with liquid liquid extract
liquid,
liquid liquid extract
extract,
extra is different. There are many words that I don't know to pronounce. Okay, I only read 3 pages of this interesting interview. If do you want to check what is the video about this interview, it is not. Basically, I am checking this interview, and so you can see also it in YouTube.
So when we first wanted
If you
to get started on this, he's like,
if you don't
well, what papers have been
want
done on it?
see
What studies have
how
been
I am
done?
learning
And we're like,
English
well, there's been about 350.
using
Most of
this interview, you can see it. You can see it also, but it is one crazy history here. Crazy history. After I will return here to continue reading this PDF, and for now I need to rest.